Hello everyone, it's Quest here today and I am showing you what I've been doing. So I've been away from sort of making videos for a little while and I've just dedicated myself in learning a little bit of Unreal Engine and wanted to make sort of a game. So here's what I've sort of done so far. So yeah, here's the player character. I have a unarmed sort of combat, in case I'm caught short in the wild. And I got some armor here and an equip. And I've also got some weapons here. So this is basically a little bit like a demonstration of how weapons get better. So this one here is the weakest one. This one's slightly more than that one. And this one is the best one so far I have in my game. I grabbed the shield too. So we have shield mechanics. We have weapon attacks and stuff like that. We have blocking. We have, so that was the light attack sequence. And this is the heavy attack sequence. So much slower but more powerful and cost a little bit more stamina. We got an unequipped state basically. We can walk around and stuff like that. And yeah, we have some potions in the corner. We have 5 so far. And we can also parry, sorry. Riposte will be added later. It's so far going so good. I've been really enjoying the course that I'm doing. Unreal University course. And this one is the Dark Souls one. And I highly recommend it so far. I'm using version 5.6. I'm sort of making a Fable-like game, but also with sort of like Skyrim-esque sort of things, so like questing and stuff like that, even though Fable has that. And you start from nothing and become sort of a hero, and you go into dungeons, you quest in dungeons and all that stuff, fight enemies, get loot, and get stronger, basically. And yeah, and stronger via new equip. I'm not really into sort of perk trees and all this kind of thing. I do really like the sort of Legends of Zelda sort of, oh, you get stronger by improving your gear, but I don't want to spend, ages gathering resources. I would rather get like stronger looking gear. And it eventually may try to figure out how to add like a transmog system. So if you see like a weapon or armor that you really like, you like the look of it, but it's not quite as powerful as your new equipment, of course I want the best equipment to look the best and look really cool. But some people just like, oh, I want to, look like a tin knight, a steel knight, but have the stats of like a really good dragon forged armor or something like that. And that is what I am going to do. I'm going to try and figure out how to do that. Also, I gotta say that the difference between free tutorials and paid tutorials is, I would say it's very different. With the Unreal University course I'm doing right now, I have probably learned more than I could from normal tutorials. This person really sort of understands what a player wants to do and what a designer wants to make. And I feel like when it comes to like a Dark Souls, you want like the basic fundamentals, but I feel like there's going to be more down the line, like adding the archery and stuff like that. And I feel like this person shows it how to do that really cool and explains it. Of course, there's a lot of doing and showing rather than like explaining it, but he does take the time to sometimes to pause and be like, you need to, we do this because this. So it does have that explanation, but not when you're doing it exactly at that point. I'm not going to lie, this, it's probably one of the best tutorials series or education that I've ever had. And I've watched a ton of YouTube tutorials. And it's a bit like you've got to jury rig something, whereas this, the way he explains it, it makes it very modular and all that stuff. So it feels like you can add things in and not be so bad and all that stuff, and certain things are contained within their own systems. So I feel like I can add a climbing sort of thing to this game and it not interfere with everything, because I can use something called like set state within sort of the event within functions and stuff, and it will. And if you're climbing, it knows you're climbing, so it won't allow you to draw your sword or to attack in midair whilst you're climbing, or to drink a potion, or to parry whilst on a wall, kind of thing. So it is a very cool. Before I was like, why is this dude doing this? I don't get it. And it's basically to stop you to like fill up your event graph with booleans. I feel like it's a very easy to do that. But seeing this and how this works, it feels much better. It feels cleaner, feels really cool. Oh yeah, there's also a sprint. I can sprint too. And I can dodge. There's plenty to this. So I have a few enemies set up around this little dungeon I made. It's it's open air dungeon, but this will be like a closed off area that will have lighting and stuff. Because if I put a roof on this, it'll be pitch black. So yeah, better not do that. Let's go and fight the first enemy. So yeah, we got this. Now these are very basic. They die in like a few hits, so they're going to be like basically a skeleton. And you attack, and because a skeleton is just made out of bone, there's nothing much to it. So yeah, a few hits and they'll be it as a dodo. They have a special attack, so that's the special attack. And then they've got the same attack sort of as the player because they are human. So they're going to strike in a certain way and stuff like that. Well, they were human. There's like little attacks and stuff. There's usually some sort of stuff that comes off it, but I think it's just... There we go, there it is. It's sometimes hard to see. So yeah, these are the basic enemies that you'll probably encounter first. You'll have a little loot chest to get your armor and to get a little bit better weapons before facing little harder enemies. So here we've partnered a low level enemy with a higher level enemy, and these are basically like stronger. They have more health. They attack a little bit harder and hit you because they have a better weapon. And the damage is increased. They have a little bit more defense, but then they're not like terrible. I mean, I did just record this video and got absolutely destroyed by this pair of people because I couldn't lock in and kind of forgot everything what to do. So yeah, it's very... Wow, I got him. Of course, this is all like, it's not the final thing. I'm still like making my way through that course. So, but it's like, it's fun enough. I want to show off because I could imagine this being like a dungeon with like brick walls and stuff and lights and little clutter all around and stuff like that. And it's really exciting because I can envision it in my head, and if I can get that, I can usually bring it into reality. So it's really fun seeing me being able to do this and having the tutorials and the ability to do it. So it's like, oh, this is so exciting, and so passionate. Because the reason why I'm decided to try and make a game is because I'm getting tired of sort of the AAA games, that it just feels bad. Like the performance, the the story and all that stuff, and the way they do things. And Dark Souls games are very they're not for me. I don't like being punished all the time. But as as you get better, you do. I understand why people like Dark Souls games and stuff like that. You just got to be locked in. But sometimes you don't want to be locked in. You just want to enjoy a game, kind of thing, like an Oblivion kind of thing. So it's like it's Fable-esque Dark Souls sort of thing. And of course, this armor is just an asset from the course. It's not going to be the actual the art style of the thing. It's the art style is very different. It's more Fable, but like sort of maybe a little grimmer, darker. Of course, I'm still working on the art style. I do feel like I want like a realistic fantasy kind of thing, but not just like Fable, but more nicer looking. The armor looking different, basically. And I think being able to do this, it's good for me because I'm focusing my mental health into it and stuff like that. It's I'm creating, I can see progress and stuff, and it's nice. It feels good, and it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I always wanted to sort of do it. And I remember when I first started it, I showed me dad. And it was basically like, oh, I can run, I can sprint, and then I dropped it completely. But this course wasn't available at that time, so if this course was available, I would have definitely got this, and hopefully it would have been further along. But different times and terrible events happened. But now I'm sort of like, look, I want to do this, and make it nice and stuff. And be like, hey, this is what I've done, and and just enjoy that, and eventually maybe like putting it on Steam, and being able to make a little bit of money, or just something from it, so it's not all for naught. But yeah, so I'm just doing it mainly for, my mental health and the fact that gaming is not what I want it to be anymore. It's really annoying, basically, and I just want a game where I'm in control of it, and it's what I want to play. And so far, it's like this could be it. If I keep tinkering and keep going along and stuff, and keep learning and keep implementing things that I like from games, because I really don't like grindy games, but I like games where if you go through a dungeon, you're guaranteed some armor or a new weapon that's better than the armor weapons that you got. So in order to do that, you've got to make sure you place it in a certain area, and you kind of go there and fight through a dungeon, but you've got to make sure you have decent equipment to get through that dungeon to get a better equipment. So, you keep on leveling in that kind of way. You can't just like go through it with like a wooden sword fighting through skeletons and expect to get anywhere. That won't work. So it's very, that's the kind of game I want. I like these Zelda-esque games, like you improve through getting equipment and better weapons and armor and stuff like that. I like that a lot. It's cool. But I do like being able to loot bad guys, but I'm thinking if the leveling is going to be through the equipment, that kind of can't be it, really. But maybe the equipment that the bad guys have can be acquired via dungeons, maybe, depending on what you want. So yeah, that's kind of the thought about the leveling kind of thing. You level up through the equipment progress, stuff like that, and eventually you'll be able to like pick up or buy potions and stuff like that, and buy equipment and the kind of things. When it comes to sort of the death and respawn, I kind of want it to be like Fable, like you don't die. You might get like teleported back to a campfire or a village or something like that. Maybe just to, not make death such a thing. Is like you're not ready to go through this dungeon. The campfire is outside, and that's where you get sort of pulled back through, basically. And the mechanic would just be like, oh, someone came across your corpse, your body, and pulled you out and sort of bandaged you up and left you there with a potion or two, or something like that. Like, there's this mechanic in, I think it's called Outwards. Basically, you don't really die. You just kind of get knocked out and then thrown out of a cave at the entrance or something like that, or a random campsite and adventure came along and helped you out and stuff like that. And it made it feel like there's people within the world doing things that you can't see, which is pretty cool. And I want to sort of implement that into my game. Or there might be like, you get hit, you get knocked down and stuff, but you have a sort of like maybe like a 20% chance or like 30% chance to get back up there, and then with restored stamina and health and fight on. And that could be assigned to equipment. Maybe there's like a revival equipment boon or something like that that you can add to your character. Stuff like that. And it's there's going to be like archery, and there's going to be a magical system like through sort of what do you call it? It'll be through sort of like wands or staffs, not through like magic, because in this world magic can't be cast by people. It has to be cast or through sort of like enchanted staffs, or it has to be something that is other than organic, because it's not good for organics. Because if you're casting fireballs, you don't want fire in your hands, do you? Because it will burn the hell out of your hand. So yeah, it's used through like instruments like that, and I'll probably develop that idea a bit further. So that gives you like, you can be a mage character and stuff like that, and you can wear equipment that will keep your sort of staff siphoning magicka and stuff like that. So it keeps it sort of, charged in a way, because you'll have a certain amount of charges. Then when it runs out, you've got to wait for it to regenerate, kind of thing. Yeah, and it's it's not going to be like, you only have 10 charges with a fire blaster. No, it's going to be like, you have 100. And then even then, when you use some, it starts to regenerate. But if you get in a hairy fight and you're not putting enough damage, you might deplete it, and you might have to switch it. And if you're wearing your wizarding outfit, it's not going to work. So, but if you come back with a stronger staff that emits lightning or something like that, you can defeat the enemy then. You know, kind of thing. So, leveling up through equipment, I quite like it. Oh, couldn't get the heavy attack off. Gone on Earth Buddy got the last shot in. Oh yeah, I got a healing system. There we go, full health. And this is where I'm going to place, like, when I make bosses and stuff, going to make a boss in here, and then probably some treasure behind the boss. So yeah, just setting it all up for that. But I wanted to show you where I've been gone for a long time. So yeah, so that's basically all the stuff I've done right now. There's, you know, different weapons you can use, different animation sets and stuff with those weapons, and yeah, that's basically it, man. So yeah, I'm going to probably make some more videos today regarding the Outer Worlds price drop, and probably talk about Tainted Grail. I'm really enjoying that. It's good. It just needs third person, and then it'll be great. I like in the quests and all that stuff, so it's cool. So yeah, if you liked this video and you've watched to the end, comment potato, and you know, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully I complete the course, then I can make the things that I really want, and stuff like that. And like, this is all that I really want. And then just adding the little things in that make it like a game, like trading and an inventory and stuff like that. Inventory is so complex, it's unbelievable. But I'm pretty sure I can do it. So yeah, that's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.